introduce our moderator, who's then going to introduce the guests. He's a practicing lawyer in Mumbai, and he's currently affiliated with Prayas, where he campaigns for juveniles who are from the marginalized group. He earned his master's degree in law from the National Law Institute University, Bhopal. He has been an active researcher in issues concerning marginalized groups in society and has also contributed to academia with research papers using intersectional perspective. During his LLM and NLIU Bhopal, he contributed to form a Bahujan student-led body known as Savitri Phule Ambedkar Caravan NLIU chapter. Please give it up for Advocate Shreyas Dhamapurkar. Huge round of applause. Did I get it right? Yeah? Perfect. Please give me a huge round of applause, everybody. Aye? Can we put some more chairs up, please? So we're just putting some chairs up. The mic is right there.
Good afternoon, all. I welcome you all on behalf of Vividhataa. Today, our discussion is on the topic of intersectionality at workplace. It also has an element of individual, social, economic, and political. We would be discussing this topic with our esteemed panelists, who are, first is Nishant. Nishant is a scientific research scholar, bioanalyst, and an equal rights activist. She has been an educator and a counselor too. She is appointed as an expert for Ministry of Social Justice and Defense. She calls herself as a survivor of gender-based discrimination. She is currently working as an assistant manager for the lab. She has pursued her MSc from Mumbai University. She has coordinated workshops and conducted training sessions, lectures, practicals. She has also been associated with NGOs, CBOs, and consultancies. She is also a recipient of Mumbai Police Award. And adding her to her accolades, she is a TEDx speaker. She is one of the fellow for QYLP. Second is Nikita Raut. Nikita Raut is an pursuing PhD scholar. She has completed her MBA, MMS, and HR and topped the Maharashtra State entrance exam in physical handicap category. She was the first blind student to complete her bachelor's in business management in Mumbai University. She has joined the Bank of Baroda since 2009, and since then she has rose to 3 levels of promotion, which is where she now serves as an assistant general manager. She has received various awards, and most recent and prestigious award is National Award in the category of Best Employee, conferred to her by Ministry of Social Justice and Employment. She believes that no diversity has the power over us. It is our attitude that defines our success in life. The third panelist is Haider Jasdan. He is a senior global learning and organizational development professional. He has a rich experience across the leadership communications, employee engagement, and diversity and inclusion. He has successfully established employee resource group chapters and DEI forums. Before entering the world of HR, he juggled his career with microbiologist as a co-founder of an NGO writing for theaters. Beyond his daily job, he also aspires to become a certified psychotherapist. Haider is a published Urdu poet, TEDx speaker, and also advocates for mental health, LGBTQ inclusion, and allyship. The last is Kuwa Zubair Sher Singh of Khalsia. He is the second runner-up of Mr. Gay India 2020. He is out as a queer man, an open advocate for inclusion for all dimensions of diversity. He heads PR advocacy for premium and luxury portfolio at Diageo India. Zubair has been involved in numerous initiatives aimed at influencing change in queer inclusion. He heads out the Tech First chapter in India, which is an international NPO aimed at uniting the queer tech community. He is focused on destigmatizing HIV and shifting the narrative to become a more positive one. He is also happens to be a singer, songwriter, and has performed across Delhi and Bangalore. I now open the floor for discussion. Post the discussion, we will also open the floor for the audience questions. Starting from the very basic, what do we understand by intersectionality? I pass on the mic to our esteemed panelist to elaborate on this topic. May we start with Zubair?
Sure, thanks. Can you all hear me? Is it clear? Okay, great. Honestly, I think to preface this, first of all, it's great to be on the panel with such powerful people. I think intersectionality, what do you mean by it? I think it's essentially when you identify with more than one sort of section of society, and hence you don't just check one box. You're part of so many boxes, and hence you're sort of out of the box in that sense. And that's a very simple way of putting it, but that's what intersectionality means, where you're not just part of one underrepresented community or group, but a part of many, and how that sort of manifests in who you are is interesting. So yeah, I'll just pass it on to Haider, yeah.
I think you kind of put it out very well there. Personally, for me, I think the idea of being blocked into one box is very claustrophobic, right? And that's exactly intersectionality is about, that I belong to many more boxes, I belong to many more identities, and I will meet you at the roadways where a couple of my identities will kind of come together, and that would define me of who I am and what I believe in. So that for me is intersectionality.
Thank you. That is beautifully put. Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you for having us here. It's been a very, very interesting past 1 hour that I'm here, very interesting discussions. Coming to the term intersectionality, to me, what I have been thinking of this word beyond the definition of it. So in simple terms, like as a human being, we have different roles to play, different identities, like I'm an Indian, I'm a woman, I'm a housewife, I may be a working wife, I may be a daughter, a mother, right? So this is in the way I have a multiple roles that I look at or I perform. Similarly, intersectionality as a word in workplace parlance, if you really consider, it may so happen, as he also rightly said, that we fit into various boxes. And we do have different identities. Of course, when we say different identities, not as a split personality, but yes, different identity. I am a woman. I am a Sardarni, that is, I belong to Sikh religion, and I am 100% visually impaired. However, to me, the word intersectionality means you reconcile all of this, and ultimately, all of this makes me up to be Nikita, the one I am. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Nikita and the other panelists have such beautifully explained about intersectionality that I'm just left with putting it in very layman term. Intersectionality refers to overlapping an individual's identity or trait. Like we've mentioned, it's about carrying more than one identity. So for instance, I could be a trans woman and I could be tall. It could do something with my physical appearance. If I'm fat, it is a part of me, and I am carrying myself at work as one, which may be complemented or commented by other people and may affect me and my performance. And it really needs to be spoken about. However, we have kept ourselves away, equipping ourselves with basic terminologies, where people are still trying to learn and adapt. However, in this particular aspect, it is something that is common and known by many people, and there has been some kind of inhibition which people are afraid and not talking about it. I believe it's a wonderful opportunity for us to be here and discuss about it and know little more about intersectionality and our experiences on this.